If you're looking to make solar simple, give Ron Domenico with AD Energy a call. All-day energy made simple. Solar solutions with zero down, options to lease or finance, and roofs and trees are no issue. Call Ron Domenico at 609-226-2802 and tell him you saw him on the Sports Box.
Well, hello again, and welcome to the show that's better than the first free day of water ice at Rita's. This is the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters. It's right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner, Brian, the Ranger Retard. Brian, how are you today?
I'm good.
Don't even say it. Don't even say that. Throw it. Don't even say it.
I'm good.
See, that's the way it should be. Anyway, thank you for tuning in for round 2 of the Pacific Division Final. We're going to talk about those Edmonton Oilers. And the Anaheim... Anaheim Ducks. That's right, I won't say anymore. Anyway, this is a kind of interesting series. Here are the Edmonton Oilers, beating the Sharks, who got to the finals last year. And here's a young Edmonton team that we talked about earlier, getting Connor McDavid, who, if you've watched any of those games, is just lightning fast. And everybody just seems to fall in behind that Connor McDavid's lead with this team. Cam Talbot playing well. I may have thought he's not a stud goaltender like you need in the playoffs, but you know what? He's playing well, and I give him credit. Edmonton moving on, a young team that they are, and then here they come, the Anaheim Ducks knocking out Calgary in easy fashion. Calgary just couldn't compete with Anaheim. Anaheim was all over them. You talk about the veteran team in Anaheim, that the guys have been there before with Getzlaf and the boys. And you talk about the Edmonton Oilers, here's a young team with a ton of firepower. Mm-hmm. Brian, this should be a really interesting series.
You know what it sounds like? The Oilers and the Sharks.
It does sound like the Oilers and the Sharks.
A lot of similarities in this series to me. Again, you're right. Uh-huh. That's an Anaheim team with a core that won a Stanley Cup, frankly, 10 years ago?
Yep.
Oh, God, that's been so long ago. Yep. But these guys these guys are, they've had deep runs. The Getzlafs, the Perrys, it remind them and the Sharks, I think, are actually crazy similar, mm-hmm. and just how close they are. But if you're an Oilers fan, you're on cloud nine with this team.
This team has been dying to get back to the point where they were a long time ago.
Yeah, led by the right guy in Connor McDavid. Mike, we talked about this before the show. He's getting the most out of guys that are playing with him. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is a player that you brought up to me, mm-hmm. that has had a really good year, that was a first overall pick that I think a lot of people thought that was going to be a bust and a half. Yep. Because he hadn't really separated himself prior to the season, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden he's playing really well. Because again, you can't have it all come from one guy. Mm-hmm. I mean, 100 points. Don't get me wrong. He had a phenomenal season. He's going to have a lot more phenomenal seasons. Mm-hmm. But they do need it to be spread around a little bit. And they have 5 20-goal scorers. Nugent-Hopkins had 18, so he could have been a sixth.
Yep.
They're a deeper team, I think, than a lot of people would.
Or a lot younger team than everybody knows they are. I mean, they're very young. They got a lot of young talent on this team. You talk about Patrick Maroon. Did I say that right?
Patrick Maroon. Yeah.
Milan Lucic revitalized his career in Edmonton, playing well. But like I said, you talk about the veteranship. Veteranship's not even a word. Veteranship.
I like when you make up your own words.
You like that? It's a good dictionary if I ever have one. Ryan Getzlaf, Ryan Kessler, Corey Perry. You talk about these guys that have been there before, know the experiences. I just worry that Edmonton, they do have that power. They're a young team. I don't know if they have enough experience to move on to the next round, though, with this team. This is going to be definitely a test for them. If they could beat Anaheim, hey, sky's the limit. I mean, all bets are off if they beat Anaheim. So, goaltending, we talk about Cam Talbot playing well. You talk about John Gibson, on the other hand. Have you heard about John Gibson? Not really. They've got kind of going back and forth with goalies. Gibson's the man now. And he's playing okay. He's playing good enough to win.
Listen, the Ducks ran roughshod over Calgary. I mean, there were a couple of games that were close, but
didn't get a lot of shots though. So that could be a concern. But
you look at the way these two teams compare to each other, Mike, and you look at the matchup here. If you look at offensive ranks, mm-hmm. Edmonton beats them across the board.
And if you look at power plays, they all kind of offset each other because Anaheim was 17th in the year. Oilers were 17th in penalty killing. You look at the Oilers power play, there's 5th on the year, and Anaheim is 4th power play killing. So the power play I don't think will come into effect in this series at all. I don't think it'll definitely be an advantage if you can score on a power play.
Yeah, I think this is one, again, I think that the special teams do match up pretty well with each other. Yep. It's going to be an even strength series. Again, for the Oilers, again, they're scoring more goals per game, even strength goals per game, on the power play as well, but we kind of knew that. They get more shots, they have a higher shooting percentage. I mean, this is going to be a test of Anaheim's defense to see if they're going to be able to slow these guys down.
Yep.
And I think it's valid to question if they're going to be able to or not. Again, their defense was phenomenal as a team. So I think that if anybody in the West can do it, it's going to be Anaheim. The question that I have is, will they be able to? Because like San Jose, Anaheim's played a lot of hockey the past couple
Well, Anaheim goes on hitting too, and you can't hit what you can't catch, and they got a lot of speed.
Look at my Rangers analysis.
Like that?
You like that?
Can I copyright that? That's pretty good.
That's good.
They got a lot of speed on this Edmonton team with Connor McDavid, Nugent Hopkins. We talked about that. It's going to be difficult for the Ducks to even keep pace with Edmonton. I think this is a good series. It goes back and forth, back and forth. I'd love to pick Edmonton. I think in 6 or 7. But I'm going to take the veteran Ducks. I think they go 6 games. I think they take out Edmonton. I just don't know if Edmonton has enough in the way of experience in the playoffs. Listen, we talked about their run this year. They've made a hell of a push for their division. They made a first-round knockout of the Sharks. Can they keep going? I don't know. I think it ends now with the Anaheim, with an experienced team like Anaheim that knows how to win. So I think the Ducks move on.
I think for me, this is the hardest pick of the second round.
This is a tough pick.
In a year where Pittsburgh plays Washington, this is the hardest pick in the second round.
I would love to see Edmonton move on. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see them win and move on, but I just don't think it happens.
I'm going to go off my gut here, and I'm going to say that they do.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say that they do. I'm going to tell you why. Here's a name to keep in mind. Patrick Maroon. Patrick Maroon scored 27 goals for the Oilers this year. He was a Ducks cast-off last year. Ducks sent him to Edmonton.
Yeah.
That's the motivation for me.
One guy doesn't make a series.
No, he doesn't, but he has some friends.
Yeah.
He has some very offensively talented friends. The scoring for Anaheim tends to be very top-heavy. Raquel had 33 goals, but they went and got Patrick Eves from Dallas, he ended up with 32. Most of them were not on this team. So my concern for the Ducks is, will they be able to score enough goals? And I think that Cam Talbot, I have a lot of knowledge of Cam Talbot, he's an excellent goaltender. He learned from Lundqvist. He learned from that Rangers coach. He's had Benoit Allaire, if you guys know who that is. Phenomenal goalie coach. He learned quite a bit. This could be his time. And you look at it from an Oilers perspective as far as how far that they can go. And we're going to talk about it in the Central Division. A lot of the Western powers aren't here anymore.
Well, you talk about Cam Talbot, and rightfully so, but then you look at the other side with John Gibson. Here's a guy who's not really known around the league as a flashy goaltender to win all these shutouts. But if you look at his numbers, he's got solid numbers. 2.2 goals against average, save percentage 0.924. I mean, this guy's getting it done on a team that has been playing pretty well defensively in front of him. So that's going to be the big test for, like you said, for Anaheim, is if they can slow down this Edmonton team. Because if this team gets away from them and they start throwing some shots at Gibson, it's going to be a long series for the Ducks.
Sure, Anaheim's a heavy team. Anaheim's a very heavy team. So again, it's something where if they get into a track meet with Edmonton, they're going to lose that.
Yeah.
If they get it into again, more of a heavy hitting physical type series, that's going to be the play to their strengths, because I don't think Edmonton's really built for that. So I just think what's going to end up happening here is I think the Oilers might jump down their throat early. I'm going to take the Oilers in 6, but I think if it goes to 7, they're out. They have to win this series in 6.
Nothing like hedging.
No. What I'm saying is, if this goes to 7 games, they're not win. But I think the Oilers find a way to win this in 6 games. I think they learned a lot from the experience. The one thing to be concerned about from the Oilers' standpoint is they did get throttled in the game against San Jose, 7-0, and that shows a lot of youth and inexperience.
To come back the next game and win.
Where I'm happy to see their response to it. So that's a good thing. But, Edmonton went into a tough place to play in San Jose, and they went for the jugular. They did not want the series to go back to Edmonton. They wanted to end it right there, and they did. I'm going to give them credit. They took out the defending Western Conference champions in San Jose. Give me Edmonton in 6 games.
Ducks in 6, Oilers in 6. There's your predictions.
I'd agree with you. We'd both be wrong.
Yeah. Make sure you watch us. We're always on social media if you need to.
We are everywhere. And Mike knows this.
Everywhere.
In fact, Mike tells all his friends to follow the Sports Box on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, because we're easy to find. At Sports Box Show on Facebook and Twitter, of course, you can find us there. But of course, the YouTube channel, we know a lot of you are subscribers. We love hearing the interaction with you guys is great. We love giving you what you're looking for. So make sure you comment on the videos. Let us know if our predictions are right, wrong, or somewhere in the middle. We want to hear from you.
Actually, all three friends. My wife, my 2 kids. So all 3 of my friends.
I don't think they really like you, actually.
Yeah, so that's probably I probably got 1 friend, and that's probably not even him. So anyway, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We always got good stuff coming. We're going to have more round coverage. Keep an eye out. We got draft coverage coming. We got the NFL coming. And we're going to have some good stuff coming. So keep an eye out. We got Sports Box. The only opinion that matters is right here. Thanks for watching. See you.
This episode of the Sports Box is brought to you by Mic'd Up Entertainment and DJ Mike Velardi. For all of your event planning needs, make sure you contact Mike at 609-864-5925 and tell him that you saw him on the Sports Box.
1, 2, 3.
Don't forget to subscribe.